back to my YouTube channel. We back with another medical assistant video. So as y'all can see, this is totally off topic. Excuse me. As y'all can see, I have a chemical peel. I will be wearing a mask. I just don't want nobody to get on my YouTube be like, why this girl wearing a mask in her own house? I don't want y'all to be seeing my face and be like, ugh, why y'all watching me? So mask it is. So what's up, y'all? We doing another video on medical assistant because y'all is eating the videos up. Like, my videos do good and bad, but these videos y'all are eating them up, and I love to talk, so let's talk about it. So the topic for today is why I left being a primary care medical assistant and I moved to a specialty. But I'm gonna filter it because there's things that I can say since I'm still in the medical field. It's things that I can say and it's things that I cannot say because I still need a job and I have to work. Like, I still need a job. But we just gonna start off with, like, the reason why I left being in primary care and going to a specialty is because I'm tired of patient interaction. I feel like I'm more so burnt out from that because in primary care it was a lot of, how I say this, I felt like I was overwhelmed. And I know it was the location that I was at. You just have to do what works for you, because I was in a clinic, a real clinic setting, not a clinic inside of a hospital. Now I'm in a hospital and I was in a clinic setting, primary care. But I was in a primary care clinic setting outside of a hospital, and I didn't feel like I was burnt out. They just wasn't paying enough money. But now I'm in a position where I was in the hospital in the clinic setting, and the volume of patients that we seen, everything that we had to do, it was just very overwhelming. Just felt like I was getting burnt out. Like, every day that I left from work, I was like extremely tired. Like, I was so tired. And I just felt like, you know, we be having like 100 patients on the schedule, and it be so many things that we have to do. On top of they added for us to start drawing blood. And I just felt like, why would we start drawing blood? Why are we drawing blood if we already in the hospital? You know, that's the point of having a lab, but so we don't have to do all of that. But I feel like basically what I'm saying is one of the main reasons was I was tired of doing MA work in such a high capacity. Like, you can't have 100 patients and it still expect us to move efficient and fast and without, you know, just feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. And they're still adding stuff to the list as we speak. We're so in a specialty setting, I don't feel wore out. It's about to be a month since I've been here. I don't feel wore out. When I leave work, you have your days, but it's not every day that I feel wore out. Like, I feel like I have more energy to do things. Like, when I leave work, I just don't feel like I'm burnt out. That was my main thing. Like, I felt like I was burnt out. Like, I just felt like I was burnt out because we did so much work. Like, in a specialty setting, like, I don't feel like I do as much. And also it depends on what specialty you going to. Not all the time in specialty settings where it might be less work than a primary care setting. You just have to choose what works for you and do your research. I knew somebody who worked in this specialty setting, so she told me the ins and the outs, and I just felt like it worked for me because I don't have a problem not doing MA work. Some people want to use their certifications to the max and they want to do MA work. I don't, and I didn't. I'm in the specialty setting and I love it so far. Like, I just feel like I got more energy. You know, being a medical assistant is not my for life job. I just need a job where I can just come in, clock the work, get a check, bounce, and do what I need to do. It's other things that I need to focus on. I don't need my job taking up my whole life. I just felt like I had no work-life balance because it was just stressful. It was a stressful work environment, just particularly the location that I was at. Stressful work environment and a toxic work environment on top of that. And you know it was a stressful work environment because it was so stressful that it became a toxic work environment. Because if you were in a stressful situation, everybody's irritated. Majority of the time, it is women who are working in the medical field. And if y'all know how women are, y'all know women a lot of women don't know how to handle themselves in stressful situations sometimes. Like, that's just my perspective and my opinion. They don't know how to handle stressful situations, so it becomes a toxic work environment. How you talk to your peers and, you know, your interactions with people. So it was just a lot. So I just find it more peaceful to be in a specialty. Stress-free. A job is a job. You're gonna have your pros and cons wherever you go, and that's why I'm tired of working. Hopefully, in the name of Jesus, by the end of this year, this will be my last time clocking in the name of Jesus. But yeah, like, a job is gonna be a job. You just have to find one what works for you. The most important thing that I love, like I just said, is when I leave, I feel like I still have energy. I still have, like, if my hair is done and I want to go out to eat, I feel like I can do that, especially on a Friday. So yeah, and I can get up and go to work in the morning. But at my old job, no, like, it was taking up a lot of my energy. I didn't like it, nor did I enjoy it. I was stressed out. I had a headache almost, not a headache every day, but I was annoyed every day, irritated almost every day, getting into it with like coworkers because the work environment was toxic. But yeah, and now I have found something better for me in the meantime, in between time. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I'm not trying to find a career in this. This is just a job for me, but so far so good. I like specialty. One of my biggest recommendations for anybody who want to become a medical assistant, I will say that just know when you're in a hospital setting, private settings could be different too, private clinic. But when you're in a hospital setting, you may or may not have a lot of workers, but the volume is going to be high. So that's a lot. You know, a lot of people, before you go to a hospital, some people warn you, they be like, you sure you ready for that type of traffic? But as long as they're fully staffed, you'll be all right. But it's a difference between being fully staffed and just adding stuff to the plate of things that we already have to do, to where you feel overwhelmed. And I hear that a lot. Like, a lot of people who work in clinic settings as a medical assistant say that they feel overwhelmed a lot, because that's just how it is. If you look up what all medical assistants do, it's a lot. And if you're seeing a whole bunch of patients, that's a lot. But yeah, I'm happier where I am. Yeah, it's better for me. It works for me. I'm just trying to find my way in this work life thing, because I have to work. There's no way around it. And yeah, just doing what works for me, and also getting my money while I'm at it, period. You know, another reason why I did change from primary care to a specialty clinic, I would say too, is because just a change of scenery for me. I was doing primary care for a year straight, and you know, I kind of understood what people were saying, because when I moved to primary care, when I got my other job, people were saying, like, you know, I'm tired of primary care. Like, for people who've done it so long, they feel like they get tired of it because it becomes the same thing. For a lot of people who needs a change of scenery, and I feel like sometimes I'm that girl. Like, I feel like after so long, it's time to switch it up, baby. Like, I'm just that girl. Like, I don't mind staying at one job, but it's like it's becoming too repetitive and tiring. Like, I'm just over primary care. Like, I was just over it, and like I say, overwhelming. But a specialty is cool too, because you learning different things. It's a change of scenery. And yeah, it's just better. Yeah, change of scenery. You got a chance to develop different skills. So I feel like if anything, you got one up because you went to somewhere else, and I have primary care experience under my belt, and I got this under my belt. Something else that I can add to, you know, my resume if I ever wanted to. But yeah, like, I feel like, you know, change of scenery is good. Got an opportunity to develop different skills. So yeah, I feel like for me, specialty is great. It's good. But for somebody who like doing the same thing, if you love your job, you love your job. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you do want to stay in the same place, there's nothing wrong with that. But for like me, I had to do something different because in my situation, I was overwhelmed and I was tired and tired of the same things. I don't feel like I had a good manager or management team at all. A lot of people say management is just shitty as hell, but you know, that's just sad. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say. You know, I don't think it's nothing else that I do want to speak on this topic. But yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, concerns, y'all could comment below. Y'all know I will reply. I got y'all back, period. And let me know what y'all want to see next. Y'all have a lot of questions, but let me know what y'all want to see next in the comments. And I'll tell y'all, because y'all, I like to talk. But see y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you.